Yeah, it's been a very good event. I think we've got a very strong group of different people from different countries around the Gulf. Others from further afar, obviously, Europe and Asia. The issues are pretty much the same. E-com is exploding. I remember the last couple of years we've been at events and had specialists talking about the trends, but there's some really big moving issues taking place right across the whole e-com landscape, if you'd like. But I think some of the really interesting stuff coming out today has been the honesty and the realisation from many people who have been in the e-commerce space now for both as from a technology point of view, automation, physical logistics and distribution point of view, really just how tough it is and how the cream is rising to the top, if you like, and not everybody's going to survive in the area of e-commerce, especially when it relates to logistics and supply chain.
Right, so as you mentioned, the e-commerce sector in the Middle East is growing exponentially. But what do you think are the challenges that Dubai in particular has when it comes to e-commerce compared to the rest of the world?
Yeah, good question. I think one of the good old challenges here is locations, distribution points of receipt for goods in the last mile delivery, because in this part of the world we don't have the traditional addresses that many countries have. So we're seeing some very innovative technologies and physical distribution models in regards to reaching the final destination and making sure that people are there to receive the goods and avoid too much reverse logistics.
So as we know, the retail rent in UAE is increasing drastically.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that because of this increase in rent, it's like a nudge towards people to, shift towards the online sector?
Yes, I do, and I think we're seeing that evidenced at a lot of the big malls. I mean, this is the centre of mall world globally. I think there's more malls here per head of population than any other country in the world, maybe other than the US. And I think that online certainly is attractive here. However, counterbalancing that is the cultural and geographic resistance as a last adopter, one of the last adopters in the world, or one of the slower adopters of using online payments and credit cards. Traditionally, people have tended to have a bit of a distrust of opening up their credit cards to people online. So that's been something we've seen evolve over the last 3 or 4 years. A greater acceptance, but still a resistance there.
Do you think in a couple of years we'll be able to catch up to what US is currently doing?
I don't know that the GCC region will ever catch up, and if we're talking catch up, I think we've heard some amazing stats today about how China leads the online world, with some incredible stats being that the Chinese e-commerce market is something in the order of 850 billion, America 550 billion, the UK 100 billion, and India 20 billion, and the GCC about 10 billion. So in terms of revenues, yeah, we in the Middle East are still way behind, but that's relative to population and to geographic issues and what have you. So, but certainly there's a quickening of pace of adoption of e-commerce here, and particularly omni-channel. People are getting into the idea of click and then click and pick up, as opposed to necessarily just click and get delivered.
All right, Mr. Kim, it was wonderful talking to you and getting to know insights. So, hosting this event, what do you think that people sitting out here and watching this event are going to take back?
I think there's a wide range of learnings from this event. I think one of the big ticket items of particularly close to my own heart was the fact how e-commerce is actually lifting the logistics and supply chain sector up out of what it has been seen for many years up until now to be blue collar space and industry sector versus a lot of the sexier industries, if you like technology, like law, like banking, like medical, and aviation and things like that. In particular, from the logistics side, e-commerce is giving us new voice. as a logistics, as an industry, the logistics space in general. It is giving new rise of attraction and interest to young people, which for decades the logistics and supply chain space has really struggled to maintain and bring in the sort of talent out of university in particular and schools to come and join the industry at a young age. So e-commerce is bright, it's different, it's cutting edge, and it's logistics. And I think we've got a fantastic story to tell from an industry's perspective, thanks to e-commerce.